Right now, more than 80 million Americans over the age of 50 are walking around with a digestive system overrun by destructive microorganisms. And those microorganisms aren't just passively sitting there doing nothing. They are actively sapping your vitality, disrupting your sleep patterns, and causing your joints to throb without any obvious explanation. But here's the part nobody is talking about. Those pricey probiotic capsules you've been faithfully swallowing every single morning, they aren't even making a dent in the actual problem. And the reason behind that will genuinely astonish you. There is one specific spice that can begin purging harmful microorganisms from your digestive tract in fewer than 24 hours. Picture yourself waking up tomorrow morning with a calm, settled stomach. No distension, no rumbling, no sprinting to the bathroom the moment you finish breakfast, just smooth, effortless digestion, the kind you had 2 decades ago. Today, I have arranged the top 8 gut-purifying spices from least to most effective, so you know precisely which ones deliver real results and which ones are simply a waste of your hard-earned money. The number 1 spice on this roster, a recent clinical investigation, found it obliterated 74% of destructive gut bacteria within just 48 hours. And there's a strong chance it is already sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now, but you've been using it incorrectly. What I'm about to reveal contradicts everything conventional medicine has been insisting for the past 10 years. By the time this video ends, you'll finally understand why your gut has never genuinely healed, no matter how many probiotic supplements you consumed, how much yogurt you ate, or how meticulously you managed your lifestyle. Why your gut deteriorates after 50. After the age of 50, your gut loses its beneficial microbial population at a rate of roughly 40% per decade. Your gut microbiome is the central command system for your digestion, your immune defenses, and even your mental clarity. Without a thriving microbial community, your intestinal lining becomes fragile. It develops microscopic perforations, what researchers refer to as leaky gut, and your body begins struggling to extract even the most basic nourishment from the food you consume. This is not simply a matter of occasional bloating or mild discomfort. When your beneficial bacteria vanish, a cascade of dysfunction follows. Harmful compounds seep through your compromised intestinal walls and enter your bloodstream. Inflammatory responses spread to your joints, your brain, and your cardiovascular system. Your immune defenses become confused and begin targeting your own healthy tissue by mistake. And here's what's genuinely alarming. The destructive bacteria that move in and colonize your gut construct something researchers call a biofilm. Think of it as an invisible suit of armor, a slick, protective barrier that locks harmful organisms in place and repels everything else. Probiotics cannot penetrate it. Your immune system cannot reach through it. You cannot see it, you cannot feel it, but it is thickening inside your digestive tract with every passing day. Your physician will likely advise you to take a probiotic supplement, consume more fermented dairy, and reduce your sugar consumption. Those measures offer marginal benefit, but they are addressing the surface-level symptoms. They are not confronting the underlying cause, that invisible biofilm armor shielding the destructive bacteria residing inside you. Specific culinary spices, however, compel your body to dismantle those bacterial biofilms and restore a flourishing microbial ecosystem, not through some mystical process, but through straightforward biochemistry validated across more than 600 clinical investigations. The active compounds within these spices penetrate the biofilm barrier and neutralize the harmful bacteria concealed beneath it. When that biofilm begins dissolving, your gut initiates a rebalancing process within hours. That's genuine microbiome restoration, beneficial bacteria reclaiming their territory, like removing unwanted occupants from a house so the rightful inhabitants can return home. When this occurs, nutrient absorption can increase by 35 to 50% within a single week. The bloating dissolves, the mental fog clears, that persistent heaviness in your abdomen simply disappears. And over the following weeks, the deeper restoration begins. Your gut lining repairs itself, your immune responses normalize. That devastating cycle of chronic inflammation silently eroding your body from within, it finally ceases. But not all gut-healing spices are created equal. Some produce results but carry serious side effects that nobody warns you about. And a select few are absolute game changers that cost mere pennies per portion. I have evaluated these 8 spices based on a single criterion. Does it break through the biofilm and flush out harmful bacteria, or does it barely register? Spice number 8, oregano oil with warm lemon water. Score 2 out of 10. You've probably encountered this recommendation circulating across the internet: oregano oil for gut wellness. There's a kernel of truth buried in it. Oregano contains carvacrol, which possesses genuine antimicrobial characteristics. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that carvacrol diminished harmful gut bacteria by approximately 8% over 6 weeks. That's something, but it barely scratches the surface. Oregano oil operates at the superficial level of your gut lining, but it lacks the capacity to penetrate deep into the biofilm colonies where the most destructive bacteria take refuge. Think of it as wiping down your kitchen counter while completely ignoring the mold proliferating inside your walls. Adding lemon water creates a marginally more acidic environment that supports the oregano, but independently, it's essentially flavored water. And undiluted oregano oil is abrasive. It can scorch your throat, irritate your stomach lining, and if you're taking blood thinners, it interferes with your medication. If you choose to try it, dilute 2 drops in 8 ounces of warm lemon water and never consume it on an empty stomach. But don't anticipate a transformation. Score 2 out of 10. Necessary but entirely insufficient. Spice number 7, raw garlic with manuka honey. Score 3 out of 10. Garlic enjoys a reputation as nature's own antibiotic. It contains allicin, a sulfur-based compound that eliminates certain strains of destructive bacteria. A study from the Journal of Antimicrobial Chemotherapy demonstrated that allicin reduced gut pathogens by approximately 12% over 4 weeks. That sounds encouraging on the surface. However, allicin breaks down within an hour of crushing the garlic. By the time it reaches your lower intestine, where the majority of harmful bacteria reside, it's already surrendered most of its potency. Manuka honey contributes prebiotic compounds that nourish beneficial bacteria, but the vast majority of manuka honey available on the market is counterfeit. Unless you're purchasing certified UMF 15 or higher, you're essentially consuming overpriced sugar. Most people also prepare garlic incorrectly. You must crush it and allow it to rest for a full 10 minutes before eating. That waiting period activates the allicin. Skipping that step and you're simply consuming a pungent vegetable. If you try this approach, crush 1 raw clove, wait 10 minutes, mix it with a teaspoon of authentic manuka honey, and swallow it before breakfast. Your breath will be formidable, but your gut will experience a modest benefit. Score 3 out of 10. Moderate benefits, slow progression. Spice number 6, Ceylon cinnamon and clove tea. Score 4 out of 10. Now we're entering more interesting territory. This pairing deserves attention because both spices contain active compounds that genuinely chip away at bacterial biofilms. Clove contains eugenol, one of the most potent naturally occurring antimicrobial substances known to science. Ceylon cinnamon adds cinnamaldehyde, which disrupts the chemical signaling pathways that harmful bacteria use to coordinate with one another and construct their protective armor. A BMC complementary medicine study found this combination reduced harmful gut colonies by approximately 18% over 3 weeks. But you absolutely need Ceylon cinnamon specifically, not the inexpensive cassia cinnamon stacked on 95% of grocery store shelves. Cassia contains elevated levels of coumarin, a compound that inflicts liver damage with consistent use. For anyone over 60, that's a serious health risk not to be dismissed. A month's worth of authentic Ceylon cinnamon costs roughly $14. To prepare this brew, steep half a teaspoon of ground clove and 1 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon in boiling water for 8 minutes. Strain thoroughly, drink it warm, never scalding. It produces results, but the liver risk from using the incorrect cinnamon, along with the twice-daily commitment, hold this combination back. Score 4 out of 10. Effective, but with significant caveats. Spice number 5. Ginger and apple cider vinegar tonic. Score 6 out of 10. This one catches people off guard. Most individuals associate ginger with relieving nausea and apple cider vinegar with supporting weight management, but together they produce something unexpectedly powerful. Ginger contains gingerols and sogols, compounds that not merely eliminate bacteria, they accelerate your digestive transit, physically propelling harmful organisms through your gut before they can reattach to your intestinal walls. Apple cider vinegar simultaneously lowers your stomach's pH level, transforming it into a hostile terrain for dangerous microbes. A meta-analysis published in the European Journal of Nutrition found this combination reduced pathogenic gut bacteria by 26% and enhanced digestive motility by 31%. The effect begins within hours. Your stomach grows quieter, that persistent gurgling after meals begins subsiding by the second day. But preparation is critical. Never consume apple cider vinegar undiluted. It will destroy your teeth enamel and erode your esophageal lining. Combine 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with a 1-inch piece of freshly grated ginger in 6 ounces of warm water. Drink it 20 minutes before your largest meal. The flavor is sharp, but your palate adjusts by day 3. Score 6 out of 10. Highly effective when prepared with precision. Spice number 4, fennel seed and peppermint infusion. Score 8 out of 10. This combination is criminally overlooked. While the wellness world chases fashionable supplements, this humble pairing is quietly accomplishing something remarkable within your digestive system. Your intestinal wall is lined with smooth muscle tissue that contracts and expands rhythmically to advance food through your system. When destructive bacteria colonize the area, these muscles go into spasm. That is the source of those stabbing cramps, the trapped wind, the sensation that your abdomen is twisted in knots. Fennel contains anethol, which simultaneously relaxes intestinal smooth muscle and disrupts bacterial cell membranes. Peppermint delivers menthol directly to your gut lining, calming muscular spasms and generating an environment where harmful organisms simply cannot reproduce. A clinical trial published in the Phytotherapy Research found this pairing reduced harmful bacterial overgrowth by 34% and eliminated gut spasms in 72% of participants within just 10 days. People report meaningful relief from cramping and gas within 48 hours. The bloating subsides, the stabbing discomfort fades, and the cost is negligible. A bag of whole fennel seeds runs about $3 and lasts 2 full months. Peppermint tea bags cost $4 for a box of 20. Crush 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds using the base of a spoon. Add them to a cup of freshly brewed peppermint tea, steep covered for 10 minutes, and drink it after your evening meal. The flavor is pleasant, almost naturally sweet. One important caution: peppermint can relax the valve connecting your stomach to your esophagus. If you suffer from acid reflux, consult your physician before beginning this regimen. Score 8 out of 10. Potent, budget-friendly, and fast-acting. Spice number 3, turmeric, black pepper, and coconut oil paste. Score 8.5 out of 10. This one generated controversy. Turmeric exploded into mainstream popularity roughly a decade ago, and the majority of claims surrounding it were overblown. Golden lattes curing cancer? Please. But for dismantling harmful gut bacteria and dissolving biofilms, the science is genuinely solid. Turmeric contains curcumin, which does something fascinating. It does not simply eliminate bacteria by direct contact, it dismantles the biofilm matrix from within by blocking the specific enzyme that harmful bacteria depend on to construct their protective shield. Imagine systematically removing bricks from a fortress wall, one by one, until the entire structure collapses. But curcumin on its own is almost entirely useless. Your body absorbs less than 3% of it in isolation. That is where black pepper enters the equation. Piperine, the active constituent in black pepper, amplifies curcumin absorption by an astonishing 2,000%. And the coconut oil? Curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning without a quality fat present, it simply passes through your system without being absorbed. A study in the journal Gut Pathogens found that bioavailable curcumin reduced bacterial biofilm density by 38% and restored healthy gut flora diversity by 41% within 4 weeks. To prepare, combine 1 teaspoon of dried golden seal root and a 1-inch piece of sliced fresh ginger in 2 cups of water for 15 minutes. Strain and consume 1 cup in the morning, 1 in the evening. Drink it promptly after brewing. Curcumin compounds degrade rapidly once prepared. Within 2 weeks, the bloating is completely gone. Within a month, you'll observe visible improvements in your digestion, your energy reserves, and even your complexion. The sole reason this is not the top-ranked option is accessibility. Golden seal can be difficult to source, runs approximately $18 for a 1-month supply, and the flavor is brutally astringent. It demands genuine commitment. But if you commit fully, it outperforms most prescription gut medications currently available on the market. Score 9 out of 10. Exceptionally powerful. Requires real dedication. Spice number 2. Berberine-rich golden seal and ginger tea. Score 10 out of 10. Golden seal harbors the highest natural concentration of berberine found in any commonly accessible botanical on the planet. Gram for gram, it outperforms every other gut-healing herb when it comes to raw bacterial potency. Berberine does not simply destroy harmful bacteria, it fundamentally reprograms your gut environment at the cellular level by activating an enzyme known as AMPK, which starves harmful organisms of the glucose they require to survive, while simultaneously nourishing beneficial bacteria. Combine it with fresh ginger, and you're engineering a gut restoration powerhouse. The ginger accelerates compound delivery throughout your digestive tract, while the berberine executes its therapeutic work. A clinical investigation published in the Worldwide Journal of Gastroenterology found berberine reduced harmful gut bacteria by 47% and restored intestinal barrier integrity by 52% within 6 weeks. To prepare, simmer 1 teaspoon of dried golden seal and a 1-inch piece of sliced fresh ginger in 2 cups of water for 15 minutes. Strain and consume 1 cup in the morning, 1 in the evening. Drink it promptly after brewing. Curcumin compounds degrade rapidly once prepared. Within 2 weeks, the bloating is completely gone. Within a month, you'll observe visible improvements in your digestion, your energy reserves, and even your complexion. The sole reason this is not the top-ranked option is accessibility. Golden seal can be difficult to source, runs approximately $18 for a 1-month supply, and the flavor is brutally astringent. It demands genuine commitment. But if you commit fully, it outperforms most prescription gut medications currently available on the market. Score 9 out of 10. Exceptionally powerful. Requires real dedication. Spice number 1. The Golden Flush. Ceylon cinnamon, turmeric, black pepper. Score 10 out of 10. This is not simply another wellness beverage. This is the single most effective natural combination for purging destructive gut bacteria I have ever encountered in the research literature. Ceylon cinnamon delivers cinnamaldehyde, which dissolves bacterial biofilms from the exterior. Turmeric's curcumin dismantles them from within. Black pepper's piperine amplifies the absorption of both compounds by up to 2,000%. Together, they assault harmful bacteria from multiple directions simultaneously. No single bacterial strain can develop resistance because it's being targeted from every angle at once. But here's what makes the Golden Flush truly extraordinary. It does not merely destroy, it actively rebuilds. As harmful bacteria are being expelled, cinnamaldehyde and curcumin together create an internal environment that actively promotes the proliferation of beneficial lactobacillus and bifidobacteria strains. You are not merely eliminating the opposition, you are repopulating the territory with reinforcements. A landmark investigation published in the Journal of Functional Foods found that adults who consumed this precise 3-spice combination daily for 30 days demonstrated a 74% reduction in pathogenic gut bacteria, a 58% increase in beneficial gut flora diversity, a 61% improvement in intestinal barrier integrity, and a 43% reduction in systemic inflammatory markers. Your stomach grows noticeably quieter within hours. The bloating resolves within days. Within 3 to 4 weeks, the transformation is life-altering. Your vitality returns, mental clarity is restored, your joints cease their relentless aching, even your sleep quality improves because your gut has finally stopped transmitting distress signals to your brain at 2 in the morning. How to prepare the golden flush. Combine half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ground turmeric, a quarter teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper in 8 ounces of warm water. Stir in half a tablespoon of coconut oil or ghee. Drink it every morning on an empty stomach. An empty stomach means maximum absorption of curcumin and cinnamaldehyde. Allow at least 30 minutes to pass before eating. Never omit the black pepper. Without piperine, your body absorbs less than 3% of the curcumin, meaning you discard 97% of the therapeutic benefit before it can do anything. Source pure Ceylon cinnamon, organic turmeric, and whole black peppercorns that you grind yourself. No pre-mixed blends, no fillers, no added sweeteners, just the raw, unadulterated spices. Most health food retailers carry all 3 for approximately $8 to $14 total, providing a full month's supply. The flavor is warm, earthy, and gently spiced. Some people genuinely enjoy it. Others simply endure it, because by day 4, when their abdomen falls completely silent for the first time in years, the taste becomes entirely irrelevant. Important precautions. 2 critical points to be aware of. First, turmeric can temporarily tint your stool yellowish. Do not be alarmed. This is harmless curcumin pigmentation and occurs in about 20% of users. Second, Ceylon cinnamon